A new crypto scam I wanted to cover with you guys, just so everybody's aware. It doesn't need private keys or anything like that. It's just making sure everybody's aware of it. And it's called zero value transfer. So an investor lost millions in USDT phishing scam on May 26, 2025. A crypto investor fell victim to a series of on-chain phishing attacks. Excuse me. There we go. All right. I've been fasting and then I broke fast and now I'm gassy. It is what it is. Let's get back into it. Okay. So crypto compliance firm Cybers announced that the victim lost a total of $2.6 million worth of cryptocurrencies. It all started when the user sent 843,000 Tether USDT to an address other than the intended recipient. Just 3 hours later, the user sent 1.75 million USDT more to the same address. The result, all of it was lost in hours. But how did the user make this mistake? According to Cybers, the user became the target of a zero value transfer scam. So a zero value transfer is a deceptive scam method that takes advantage of user confusion and can be carried out with no private key access required. Crypto wallet addresses are made up of alphanumeric characters, though the character count varies for each blockchain. It is never less than 26. In USDT's case, it ranges from 34 to 42. Dealing with lengthy, randomly strung characters is a confusing and risky task that might result in several losses in the case of misspelling, as crypto transactions cannot be reversed due to the blockchain's immutable nature. Therefore, users usually resort to copying wallet addresses when sending cryptocurrencies. In a zero value transfer scam, malicious actors abuse exactly this practice. They search through the targeted wallet and identify addresses it has interacted with. Scammers then create a vanity address that shares the same initial and last characters with an interacted address and send a transaction that doesn't contain any value. The idea is to place the phony address in the targeted wallet's transaction history. The user looking to send crypto to a familiar address again might scroll back through past transactions and accidentally copy the scammer's fake address. This is pretty clever. As a result, the user unknowingly sends a transaction to the scammer with no way to recover the lost cryptocurrencies. A zero token transfer exploit is just one tactic of address poisoning, an umbrella term for scams that rely upon ticking and don't require the attackers to take control of seed phrases or private keys. So essentially, you know how, and I would want to show you, but I don't want to show you on any of these wallets. I'm trying to think. But basically, it's basically creating a vanity address where maybe say the first four characters and the last four characters of the address are similar to a previous address you sent or received from. Actually, I guess we could just go to Bitcoin. We'll do let's caspa.fyi. That might be easiest actually. So if you were to, they probably come in to say, you know, let's go to top addresses or whatnot. Let's grab let's just go down here somewhere. And so let's say you're trying to hack this account, right? You would look at effectively what addresses this wallet sending to, say this address right here. And you would make an address that shares the QR5C and the Q3RT, but the rest of it would be the same. Then you would send a transaction to this wallet. And then when the user either types and clicks autofill within the wallet, it might autofill the vanity address, right? How to send a transaction with zero value? I think it would depend on the chain, right? I would assume they would send dust or a small amount. At the same time, I know that there are so for example, you could create a trash token on the Ethereum blockchain, and that would still get the address into the user's MetaMask, right? So you could just basically generate a token with AI real quick, deploy it, put however much you want in there, and you could send that too. That's one way I could think of doing it off the top of my head. Scammers also use sophisticated tactics of crypto wallet phishing and ones that blend in with crypto hack methods such as impersonation, QR codes. This is one I have a pet peeve about this because when I go to conferences, I see a lot of people scanning QR codes. Guys, if you go to a Bitcoin or a crypto conference, you know, obviously I learned this more from like QuakeCon and various cybersecurity places or cybersecurity conferences and so on. Don't do this. Like if you're going, like don't go scanning random QR codes. You can get, you know, obviously viruses can be injected through QR codes. On top of that, I highly recommend using some Faraday cage or a silent backpack, or at least turning off NFC, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that stuff on your phone too. It's so frustrating that we've gotten into a place where people feel comfortable scanning QR codes on their phone. Just be careful with that, man. Interception through malware, which could be installed with QR codes and smart contract exploits. So that's pretty much it. We've talked about crypto address poisoning attacks before, and then essentially just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention as far as that's concerned. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. If you would like to see more from this particular episode, take a look up here. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me directly, you can go to sonofatech.locals.com and become a member. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next Tuesday.